Before you listen any further, I need you to make a quiet agreement with yourself. Stay until the very end, because somewhere in these next few minutes, there's a message meant specifically for you, something that will click so deeply, it might change the way you see everything that's happening in your life right now. There is a moment, a strange, almost unsettling moment, that comes right before everything shifts, right before the money arrives, right before the right person enters your life, right before healing begins, right before your reality transforms into something you once only dared to imagine. And in that exact moment, everything looks wrong. The bills don't decrease, they multiply. The silence doesn't comfort, it grows heavier. Plans fall apart. People act differently. Doors close without warning. It feels like life is mocking you, like the universe is doing the opposite of what you asked for. But listen carefully, because this is where almost everyone gets it wrong. That chaos you're experiencing right now, that confusion, that pressure, that feeling like everything is slipping out of your hands, it is not proof that your manifestation is failing. It is proof that it's getting closer. You are not going backwards. You are not being punished, and you are definitely not doing it wrong. You are standing in what I call sacred chaos. It's the space where your old life is breaking down because it no longer has the capacity to hold the version of you that's coming next. And I know, it doesn't feel beautiful. It doesn't feel magical. It feels messy, uncertain, sometimes even painful. But transformation has never been neat. Think about this. You cannot build something new on a structure that was designed for a smaller version of you. Something has to give. Something has to shift. Something has to fall apart. And what feels like loss is often just space being created. I remember a time in my own life where I was certain things were finally about to work out. I had done everything right. I had visualized, affirmed, believed. I felt aligned. And then everything collapsed. Unexpected expenses showed up. Opportunities disappeared. People I trusted became distant. Even my own confidence started to shake. I sat there thinking, maybe none of this works. Maybe I was just fooling myself. But something inside me said, be still. So I stopped fighting it. I stopped trying to force things back together. And in that stillness, I realized something powerful. Nothing was being taken from me. Everything was being rearranged for me. I had been trying to carry my future into a life that wasn't designed to hold it. I was asking for expansion while holding on to limitation. I wanted growth, but I was still attached to what felt familiar. And the universe, in its own intense but precise way, was clearing the path. Not gently, but perfectly. Within a short time, everything that left was replaced with something far better. Opportunities I couldn't have planned. People who actually matched my growth. Money that came from places I never expected. But none of that would have happened if I had panicked in the middle of the chaos. That's the part nobody teaches you. It's easy to believe when things are going well, but real power is built when everything looks like it's falling apart, and you still choose to trust. Because manifestation doesn't break down in chaos. It's born through it. There are signs, very clear signs, that tell you you're not losing, you're transitioning. One of the first signs is sudden endings, people leaving, situations changing, opportunities disappearing. It feels personal, it feels painful. But what's really happening is this: your old reality is dissolving. Not everything can go with you to your next level. Some connections were only aligned with who you used to be, not who you're becoming. And holding on to them would only delay what's trying to come in. So instead of chasing what's leaving, pause, bless it, thank it, release it. Not everything that exits your life is a loss. Some things complete their purpose and make room for something better. Another sign is resistance. Right when things start to feel aligned, suddenly everything becomes difficult. Delays happen, plans fall apart, simple things feel complicated. And most people see this as a sign to quit. But it's not a stop sign. It's a test of your commitment. Are you only aligned when it's easy? Or are you truly ready for what you asked for? Because the truth is, Right before something is born, there is pressure. Right before expansion, there is discomfort. This is not punishment, this is preparation. Then comes the emotional wave. Old fears, old memories, old doubts, things you thought you had already healed, suddenly come back stronger, and it confuses you. But what's really happening is this: anything inside you that doesn't match your next level is being brought to the surface, not to hurt you, but to be released. You cannot step into a new reality while carrying old emotional weight. So instead of suppressing it, face it, let it move through you, let it clear, because every emotion you release creates space for something better to enter. Then there's this feeling, like you no longer belong where you are. Things that used to feel normal now feel heavy. Conversations feel shallow. Environments feel off. You start craving something deeper, something more aligned. And you wonder, what's wrong with me? Nothing. You're evolving. You're no longer a match for your old life. And your new life hasn't fully arrived yet. So you're standing in between. And that space can feel lonely. But it's also powerful, because it's where your identity is being rebuilt. You may also notice signs, little confirmations, moments that feel too perfectly timed to be random, a sentence you needed to hear, a number that keeps appearing, a song that speaks directly to you. And then, right after that, something goes wrong. And it feels confusing. But this is what's happening. Your old reality and your new reality are overlapping. One is fading, one is forming, and your focus determines which one grows stronger. So don't let temporary setbacks cancel out deeper signs. Trust what feels aligned, even if it doesn't make logical sense yet. There will also be moments where you feel the need to pull away, to be alone, to think, to disconnect. And people may not understand it, but you're not isolating. You're transforming. Just like a caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly in front of an audience, you're going through your own internal shift. And it requires space, so don't rush it. Don't force yourself to stay where you no longer feel aligned just to keep others comfortable. Honor the process. And then, there's the hardest part, the moment where everything feels uncertain, where doubt becomes loud, where you question everything, your beliefs, your path, even yourself. This is what many call the dark phase, but it's not the end. It's the final doorway, because this is where your faith stops being based on evidence and becomes a choice, a decision. And if you can hold your belief here, even when nothing outside confirms it, that's when everything shifts. So what do you do in the middle of all this? You stay steady. You remind yourself daily that what you asked for is already on its way. You stop letting temporary circumstances define permanent truths. When something goes wrong, instead of reacting with fear, pause and shift your perspective. Tell yourself, this is part of the rearrangement. This is working for me, even if I don't fully see how yet. And most importantly, start blessing everything, not just the good moments. Everything, the delays, the confusion, the endings, even the fear. Because when you bless something, you stop resisting it. And what you stop resisting begins to transform. You move from panic to power, from fear to alignment, from reaction to creation. And that shift alone can change everything. Because your reality doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you consistently believe, feel, and speak. So choose your words carefully, choose your focus intentionally, and trust this. If things feel like they're falling apart right now, there is a very real possibility. They are actually falling into place. And if you stayed until this moment, this is what I wanted to tell you from the beginning. The situation you're most worried about right now is not here to break you. It's here to prepare you for something bigger than you're currently able to see. So don't rush out of this phase. Don't label it as failure. Stand in it. Grow through it. Because what's on the other side of this will make you realize nothing was going wrong. It was all leading you exactly where you needed to be.